Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about 2026 spring summer trend predictions. These are things that I've seen in recent runway, that I've seen in street style. Regardless of my personal opinion, I'm going to mention things that I think are going to be popular and I will give my opinions on them. If you're ever looking for inspiration for any of these trends or just general fashion inspiration, you can definitely check out my Pinterest account. I make boards on there literally weekly for all of these individual trends. I've got boards like high collars, leather gloves, eyelets, theme boards. I've got different trend boards, all sorts, and they're all public. So I'm just going to get into it, and I'm going to get like the most obvious one out of the way, which is the color of the season being turquoise. I feel like if you're watching this video, you'll already know about the turquoise buzz. Many clothes have done some turquoise. I hope honestly that this lasts longer than butter yellow, because I think turquoise is a lot more versatile. Turquoise can be sort of worn in a fairy core, whimsical kind of way, but you can also grungify turquoise, which I think is probably the stem of the hype around turquoise, because grunge, spring breakers, 2010s vibes are very much prominent in fashion right now. Perspective, obviously. I don't know why, but the combination of this nice sweet color and that, it sits really nicely. Color of the season is always like a meh trend prediction, so I thought I'd just get it out of the way. And let's move on to neons. Obviously, the spring breakers 2010s vibes are leading the hype on neon at the moment. I think this is going to be especially big for festival season, so this is less of a spring and more of a summer trend. I've already seen people wearing neon quite a lot in little pops, like neon jelly pumps or a neon bag or a hat or a belt, neon cami popping out the top of something more neutral. I like the idea of a neon detail, neutral outfit. However, full-blown neon is really not for me. If you want to hear more of my opinions on neon, you can go on to my TikTok, because I have done a whole video on there about neon. Moving on is lace, but specifically lace waist wraps and lace headbands. Lace is always trending. I think the thing with lace is finding new and interesting ways to use lace. I feel like the waist wraps and the headbands are very like 70s. It's giving like 70s hippie bohemian vibes, and I absolutely love it. Especially like bringing these elements into more like cool girl outfits. I don't know really, or like streetwear outfits. I don't really know how else to explain the sort of outfits that I'm looking at. For example, I think a lace headband worn to the office is a really cool idea. It's a really nice way to add a little bit of fun to your corporate outfit. Even a lace waist wrap. There is a brand that are doing these lace headbands that I want to put on the screen now. And obviously with the lace wraps, there's been a lot of fast fashion making sort of like tops coming with lace underneath, or trousers with lace already built in. I fucking hate this. Like, you're ruining it. Please try and buy the vintage versions of these and not the fast fashion version. Next is something that I haven't really heard other people talk about, but I'm really loving. It's kind of contradictory to the whole like neon and turquoise trend, because those are very bold, out there statement colors. But I personally have been loving muted tones like mauve, khaki, and mustard. I feel like over the last few years, have been very neutral in my color palette in my wardrobe. I wear a lot of grey, black, beige, white, but mainly black and grey. But I feel like those muted tones are a great way for people that maybe do have more of a neutral wardrobe to bring colors back into their wardrobe and experiment a little bit more. Next is a big one, and I feel like this has been growing for years, and this is balloon trousers. I just want to say, despite the recent runways, the first place I saw these balloon trousers was from Aradazzi. Aradazzi is a female-owned brand based in London. I believe they produce all of their garments in India. I think they've been making these balloon trousers for a couple years now, and they've got an amazing community, and I can see why, because these trousers and other pieces that they make as well, they don't just make trousers, they're so wearable, comfortable, floaty, feminine. It's so great to see brands sort of putting comfortability and femininity into the same box. I especially love this trend because this is a very day-to-day wearable trend. This is something that you are going to see on the street. You could dress them up, you can dress them down. That's really a piece that you can rewear over and over again, which we love. We love a queen who rewears her clothes, okay? The next one definitely ties into the 2010s grunge era that we're in, and this is leather gloves. Specifically like biker style leather glove. I haven't spotted this in mainstream fashion, but this is something that I've just seen like the niche internet cool girls wearing. I feel like Susie Lola wore a pair to a Sinead Gory show, which is just amazing because it's very like Sinead Gory coded. I also do like full on leather gloves, but I think they're a different vibe and they do kind of give me like serial killer vibes. I don't know, like a trench coat and leather gloves is like super, super cool, but you look like you're up to some like bad shit. I've been searching for a pair of these gloves, but honestly, I might just cut the fingers off a pair from a charity shop because my local charity shop has a whole bucket of leather gloves for like £2 a piece. Next one is massively trending, and this is sports numbers. So many like smaller independent brands have been using sports numbers in their recent designs. A lot of spring collections are coming out with sports numbers on there. I actually found a sports number top a while ago at a charity shop and cut the neckline off, and I actually really love it. I can't really see myself really buying into this trend though, because I can't see this being timeless, and I worry that people buying this up really quickly is going to sort of turn it into a micro trend. I've already seen fast fashion brands sort of doing designs like this, and so it seems like it might have a very big rise and a very big drop in popularity, unfortunately. Next, I absolutely love is cutout tops. Again, this is very 2010s. It reminds me of Ed Hardy and the video of him cutting up the old Ed Hardy tops and doing the sort of people used to do back in the day, get your top and cut slits in it. I did it with sleeves. You'd get tights and you'd cut it into a top and you cut slits in it and then you'd like weave it through. Like that kind of thing I love. But yeah, I feel like cutout details are fun depending on how they're done. I'm just like a little bit picky with it. Low back and low neckline tops. I already talked about this in my general like 2026 trend prediction video. I absolutely love an open back, low back top. This makes me think of the Hannah Creek tops, and I'm really, really on the hunt trying to find myself an All Saints open back top, but I'm really struggling to find the exact one that I want. I want it kind of like a cami but open back kind of vibes. So yeah, if anyone sees one of those, let me know, because Vinted has no fucking clue what I'm going on about when I try and search for it. And I love the idea of turning this backless top round and wearing a bra and having that as like your front top. Like I just think that's so fun, and to have like a little like turquoise or neon or like bright colored bra there is really fun. It's also sort of like flowing into that trend of like showing off your lingerie or having fun underwear or using your underwear for stylistic purposes, not just to wear under your clothes for function, you know? The 2010s is in full swing because I have seen people wearing bandage dresses and high heels. Millennials, I hope you kept your old club night shoes because they're in again. I love the idea of going out in heels. I feel like we have this like casual culture where it's like not cool to try too hard or to dress up so much. Grow the fuck up. What if we just want to go and put on a skimpy little dress and some high heels and trot off to the club? But I don't know how I feel about bandage dresses. Like, you definitely won't see me wearing a bandage dress. I do kind of think it's like really cunty and really slay when I'm seeing women now like trotting off to the club in a bandage dress and some massive like studded heels. But it is really not my style, so I won't be doing that. Okay, I'm on to my last spring summer 2026 trend prediction, and this one is pastels in corporate fashion. I heard someone talk about this recently and I was like, hell fucking yeah. I mean, I feel like this comes into corporate every year in spring. Like it's not like a specific 2026 thing. Like Easter is very pastel time. I feel like outside of like the office siren trend, corporate fashion can be very dull, minimal, and very grey. And pairing a light pink or yellow or blue with that, it takes the vibes of the outfit higher. Your outfit looks happier because you've just got like a little splash of colour. And I also personally love the combination of light pink and grey. Pinstripe, and it's got like grey and the little like blue stripe in it, or like pink stripe. Like I just think it's so cute. I think that's got to be one of the best color combinations out there. Anyways, I have yapped on for far long enough. Let me know what spring summer trends you're loving right now, what you think is trending. If I haven't mentioned anything that you really love and that you think is trending, let me know. And if you disagree with any of my opinions on these, like let me know as well. I'm always open to have a little discussion about that in the comments and hear what other people are loving, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.